That's the button. There we go. Hi. Hi. New thing today. We're gonna do a new thing. Well, we should warm up first.
Hi.
Hey. Hi. Hi. Hello. All right. Roll those shoulders. Roll them good. Roll them like you've never rolled them before. Then we are gonna march, just to get blood pumping. Here, this can be yours. I will fetch my own band.
Oh, I could have gotten my own band, but thank you. This is very sweet of you.
Okay, let's march. Take your mini band, put it around the toes, just to get the blood pumping. Nothing fancy. Just this. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do a new thing. First, we're gonna get a little warm, just a general warm up. That's the marching here. Do a few squats too, just to get the blood pumping. No jumping jacks, no. Remember that week where I did them like 3 times and we haven't done them since.
The jump the jacks. The cross jacks.
Cross jacks.
Those are my favorite.
Cross jacks sound like food for a band. What's up, folks, with the cross jacks?
I know what's an apple jacks.
Okay, remove band, 10 squats. Yeah, feeling those legs. That was 2 of 10. That was 3 of 10. Alice had a good point earlier. She said one of the issues with our little workouts is we can't play music. YouTube will the video if they detect copyrighted material. I am not offended if those watching at home, you can flat out mute me. It's not like I say anything I'm proud of and just play some tunes. And if you get confused, just hit the old rewind button. Assuming you're not watching live. Was that 10?
Going for 12, are you?
Evidently. Okay, reach and reach.
Sean, you should be proud of stuff you say.
Well, an eighth of what I say I feel has merit. I do that tactic of throwing a lot against the wall in the hope that something sticks. It's like a Gatling gun of material. Just hey, there was one thing.
This hair is something special to my buddy.
It is. It's the middle of summer. One can either wear a hat or just accept it. When I try to fight the everything, it just gets worse. So we're going big. All right, here's the new thing we're doing today. Get ready. Put your thinking caps on. Mute your music for a moment and listen to my tutorial here. So we're gonna do a back extension. You can do it kneeling or standing. I kind of like kneeling. You can either be sitting on your toesies like that, or you can be like more upright, but that gets a little weird. You can even sit on something very low. Like if you have a yoga block, you can just have that under your butt. I like it this way. Option 1, put a band, anchor it in your door anchor or under a piece of furniture. So that's just slip knot. And then you just slide another band through the middle of that first band. Then you're gonna put these in you're gonna get them even, and then you're gonna put them in the Zercher position. So they're right in the crook of my elbow. Now you're gonna do back extensions. This is a little too light because you see it's slack. So I'm gonna scooch back a bit. So this angle's a little shallow. I'd rather it be a bit steeper, but either way, it's still fun because look what it's doing. It's pulling me this way. And then you just lift your chest. So there's a bunch of ways you can rig this thing. I like this way, so let's do a few just to get started. Alice, why don't you do this? Well, I do that.
Are you sure? I can do the other one.
No.
Okay.
So option B, I have slid this pipe into the end of the band here, right? I just made a little loop. I've got this bit of pipe material. This is, by the way, another way you can rig this up. You see how Alice has it? She put her fingers behind her head. If it gives you any neck discomfort, or if any of these give you low back discomfort, don't do it. If it's too much on your skin, put a sweatshirt there, or some mayonnaise. Make it a thoracic spine. So go, yeah, that's right, round again. And she's thinking of going up and over my arm here. Beautiful. So it's not a hip hinge. It's not like a deadlift or a squat. It's a round, it's bad posture and then good posture. So if you're ever washing dishes for a while and you find you're getting fatigued right there, it's those muscles. We're working these guys. The thoracic, I did that before. Let me redo that. It's these guys. Not, see there, I'm not actually moving my trunk. I'm just moving my hips and knees. Okay. But here's another way you can do it. So I've got the pipe. I've got that in the crook of my arm, the Zercher position. I've just got it looped under there. I'm going to sit back for a moment. And now I'm just doing this extension, okay? So the wrong way would be just that. See, I'm just rocking. You want to slouch and then up and back. And one reason I kind of like this, like even if you have low back issues, it's kind of pulling you up and out of your low back. It's not like the weight is pulling you straight down. So I said before, I don't like how shallow this is. I'd rather it be a little steeper, but then you have a little less of that pulling forward, slight traction-y feeling. Like we don't want too much compression. So if I was standing up right in front of that, that would be a bit more compression. And then it's fine to load that. And again, the band is very accommodating for this because it gets lighter where we're most at risk. And then up here, where I'm getting into that extension, it gets a little heavier. But you want to do high rep. You don't want to go super heavy. How are you feeling? Getting those mid-thoracic extenders, those spinal erectors of the upper mid-back. You could just kind of hold it like that, then you're getting a little more kind of arm activity. You just want to keep a constant angle. So I wouldn't do like curls, I'm just keeping it in. Do like a sort of almost front squat setup. So all different sort of things you can do here. I think I've got 4 more in. It's getting very tiring. Desk muscles. I got one. Oh. All right, I'm giving you the good shit today. We're giving away the farm, guys. I am giving away the store. This is, I dug into my vault. I don't have better stuff. There's not like only the choicest exercises for such a.
You waited 4 months to give us the sword.
Oh yeah, you can't do it all the way on the first date.
Yeah.
I mixed so many metaphors
So
there.
many. It was actually well done.
It almost became its own thing.
Yeah, I was trying to get the cow with the milk.
Oh yeah, there you go. That one could have worked.
Yeah, what you got now?
Plank! We're just doing this to contract the antagonists of what we just worked. So we just did a whole bunch of back extension, and now we're just holding the anterior core. So we're just trying to let the back kind of, it's still involved here, but it's like, it's hopefully relaxing. Hey. Let's do a downward dog. What did we did push yesterday, and today's pull. Your glasses off. Yeah, today is pull, and tomorrow is a break. We are not exercising tomorrow. care what anybody says. Not doing it. Okay, let's row. Guess how I want to row today? This way. Grab yourself a weight, a band rather. Oh! Just when you thought it was safe to put my shoes out of the way.
Right at the top.
I see them. I found them all by myself.
I knew that you were gonna need it. But
Yeah.
so I could use purple band, right?
You could.
Or are you using the judge?
I'm not going to use the judge yet. I found out what that's from. It's from Armageddon. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
The Ben Affleck, Bruce Willis, Michael Bay thing, which probably didn't age well. But like the really good drill is called the Judge, because you always go to the moon or the asteroid with a backup drill. Okay. Oh, that's a funny thing.
I don't remember that. I don't remember. Like, I remember the movie. I don't remember what it's about. But that's knowing that they have a backup drill. That's really fun.
Yeah. I think it works despite itself. Like, but also one of the funniest things is Ben Affleck did it, like the commentary track, the actor's commentary, and he makes fun of it a lot. All right, so see what I'm doing here? I'm stepping on this thing, and then I'm making a circle around my footy to make it heavier. So yeah, he's like making fun of how the Roughnecks are smarter than the NASA guys. Okay, that took me a long time. I apologize. But now I've got the band around my feet. I'm gonna do some bent rows. Okay, so lean way over, neutral spine, grab tight. Here we go. We haven't done these in a little bit. We've been doing all those rows where you can loop your hand around. So now my grip is gonna get a bit of a workout. So let's go to failure. Right when you hit the wall, drop the top part of the band and just row the bottom. Oh, you've already done that.
In my defense, otherwise I'd be rowing with the same weight as Sean.
Yeah, you're strong.
I know, but I can't.
And this one does not have.
How high do you want me to get it? Do you want me to be limited in my height? Or do you want me to get it?
I think you should get it. I think next set go to the black one.
Okay.
But again, go to failure and then drop. For those at home using the correct load, do a drop set halfway through. I got 2 more. That's the equivalent of dropping a dumbbell. Yes, I know that, Sean. You say that every time we do this exercise. I was making fun of myself, not you. It feels weird wearing sneakers to work out. It's been so long. We're gonna do this again. Yeah, do your next song. We'll be a little out of order, but that's okay. You will switch to the black band when you go back to your right. Doing 3 per arm. This is going to be the meat and potatoes of the workout.
Rows. Yeah.
Yep. This is like the 1 arm row in the gym where your knee is on the bench and your hand is on the bench and your other leg is off the bench and then you row. I like that one. I like the 3-point row better. Or, sorry, not 3-point, just the bent row better. That's where you're just down and, oh yeah, that's why I like to say it's 3-point, because I've got my arm on my knee, but your back is flat, just like if it was on that bench. But like this, I just feel like it's a little more functional. It's working your hips. It's making you hold that isometric tension. Let's do it. Start with 2. Oh, wrong hand. Remember with this one, you want to stay pitched over so your hip and your shoulder are about level. Like your shoulder can be a little above, but you don't want to be like, see, I'm really upright now. Don't do that. Stay leaned way over. That's partly why I'll tell people to put their elbow on their knee, because it kind of forces them to stay down. If they do this, now look at that, I'm way upright. That's almost like a deadlift or a shrug.
Yeah, do my drop set now.
I'm just gonna stay like this. I'm not gonna get a haircut. You're gonna switch to the black. There it is. Maybe there's a case to be made for doing something in between, but I don't want to have to set this up again, and you don't want to have to wait for me to set this up again. I'm not going to upgrade to the judge. I'm fine with this guy today. So, hope you have a chin-up bar or a TRX, because after these, we're going in there. If we lose you, I apologize. It was nice knowing you, but that Wi-Fi though. I'm still out of breath because I'm talking. In fact, I hope you play music to drown out my droning. You should have one headphone in.
I should, but I'm not going to.
And you should be listening to another trainer during the workout. All right, so back to right arm. Alice is going to use the black. She'll start with 2. Once she hits the wall, she'll drop the top, continue with the bottom part. Old buddy, old pal. What?
Let's
No
do
judgment or
it.
anything. I'm proud of you.
There's so judgment.
There's not.
There's
This is
so judgment.
some of the exercises.
There's so
Our
judgment.
height difference.
Changes things a little bit. This, there's no equalizer. Like, you are doing the same work as me, really. Like, look at it, your arm, you have long arms.
So judgment.
Okay, here we go. The other day, Alice said to me, "Are you even listening to me?" Which I thought was a weird way to initiate a conversation. That's like a Bob Hope joke or something.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I should have said it in that old-timey voice. The other day, my wife said to me, "Are you even listening to me?" Well, that's a weird way to initiate a conversation.
That's really funny.
The weird thing about that voice is not everybody did it. Like, you watch, like, that was the thing about Marlon Brando, was this great actor. And he didn't sound like that. He just talked like, I mean, he's Marlon Brando, but he still talked like a regular person. He didn't do that stupid da-da-da-da-da thing. So I don't get, like,
But so many people did.
so many did. And then you hear newscasts, they did it.
Yeah.
So it's like, was he doing the equivalent of real mumbling? You know?
No idea. That's so weird. Why? Yeah, I would like to hear what like other people. I guess we can find it online. Find more examples. Because so many people did.
They all, yeah, you listen to radio or news broadcasts, and all of them, they talk like this on the 6 p.m. news. And it was sort of that transatlantic accent, too, where they almost sounded borderline British.
Right. So I assume that's how they like bought a pint of milk and
Right.
a dozen eggs. It's like just how they're like, oh, I would like to mail this postcard.
Right.
It sounds like that.
Give me a gallon of milk for 2 bits. 3 bits? What? No, wait, what is a bit? It's a quarter. It'd be way less than that.
2 cents? What? Since when did you double the price of milk?
Trying to think of that cheater. It's like 6 bits $1. Or it's like 1 bit's 2 bits, 6 bits $1.
I don't know that one.
How like why does it increase like that? Like there's no like you get 1 to 2 when you doubled it, but But then 6, where did 6 come from?
Yeah, we're not going exponential.
Right, we're not squaring it. We're not like, what's happening? Oh, maybe it's 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. So maybe a bit is worth 8 bits equals $1. Did equal $1?
Alexa, how much is a bit? No.
Alexa off. No, she's gonna tell you what Bitcoin costs or
No.
what a horse's
Oh.
bit is. So,
Yeah, now I'm gonna see Bitcoin ads all everywhere online. Wonderful.
Exactly.
I don't know what we've done. We've done 2 sets per arm. We have 1 more round of this to go.
I have just a lot of rowing. Just buckle up. We're rowing. That's it. We're just rowing.
We're gonna do another set of those?
Nah, I think that was good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll do another set.
You want to do another one? Yeah. Okay, you may.
One more back.
It's good, right? It's unique.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a deal with you.
And I want to redeem.
If you've never done anything, if you never trained that muscle group to failure, you've worked it, I guarantee. If you just held something, like you're working that muscle. Anytime the weight is out here in front of you, those muscles are keeping you from collapsing, okay? Like if you wore a backpack or a child in the front, papoose style, that stuff is working to just keep your chest up. So you used it, but if you haven't trained it, maybe don't do another set. But if you train those muscles and you feel strong, sure, do another set with us. Maybe we'll finish with that. After we've done our chin-ups, we'll come back in here and we'll sign off doing that exercise. Right arm, 5, 6, 7, and.
We practice that all day.
Yep. And we messed it up big time. She was supposed to have her pants over her head by the end of the cheer. Switch.
Taking it off, boss. Sorry.
What did our lovely rug do to you? What did our lovely furniture ever do to you?
Our rug's doing all right. We haven't beaten up too much.
So beautiful. So beautiful. I know we have stuff to live with it and use it, and it's not like covered stuff in plastic, and we're not just hoarding stuff away.
The minute you drive it out of the lot, it depreciates.
This is true.
Maybe we'll switch. You'll use the bar. I'll use the Zercher band position.
Okay.
On round 2.
Great.
And here we go.
Last set. So you might be saying, why is Alice able to do it barefoot and Sean isn't? I don't attest to being tougher than Alice, all right? But here's the thing. She's from the swamp. She had to kill her own frogs for science class.
Didn't everyone have to kill their own frogs? That was
I don't mean,
dissecting it.
I don't just mean the putting the knife. She had to get it. She had to get the frogs. They had to collect the frogs in their swamp. And her neighbors would be like, oh, but you don't do, which translates to, but I was going to eat those frogs. And she said, we'll give you the parts when we're done. So yeah, she had like we have city rats. She had nutria. You know what those things are? Remember Princess Bride, the rat rodents of used like that's where they come from. They I think they were invasive pythons, but the nutria ate the pythons.
Right.
they would go water skiing in the bayou, and if they like lost the rope and they were just in the water, they would be scared shitless because there were literally alligators in there. And caiman. No caiman.
No caiman. Caiman, no, we wouldn't be water skiing with caiman.
Caiman are more aggressive than
Yeah, alligators and crocodile eat whatever they can. Oh, sorry, crocodiles and caiman eat whatever they can. Alligators in Louisiana.
They don't want you.
Correct. Or fish.
They want fish.
And smaller.
Okay.
They're not like African.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gosh, nuts. Okay. To the kitchen we go. Watch out for all this stuff. I could have timed this much better.
I'm not sure why you took it off.
Because we're done putting bands around our feet.
Aren't you gonna want this to like keep your feet?
Nah. If you don't want to use the barbell, the chin-up bar in your Zua, you can take your TRX. I'm sure you all have one by now. Throw it up there. This is why we don't usually do it. We can't get the height right, but I could be mistaken. So I've got it pretty high. Oh yeah, this is fine. Okay, so my butt touches, my feet are on the wall, and now I'm gonna do a chin up, basically. And I'm trying not to involve my legs. I'm just keeping them there to brace me. So for all intents and purposes, it's a modified chin up. And to make it a little tougher, I'm doing this slight flare out to the sides. That was harder than I remember. I'm gonna do a few more with this grip. Just easier. Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Ooh, that was surprisingly, ow. So you see what she's doing? She sets up pretty close, feet are touching the wall, knees are bent, butt can either tap or come really close to the floor. And then your legs and hips pretty much stay at the same angle the whole time. Like they change a little bit, but try not to like stand up. So there's a bit of a forward back motion. Whereas if you straighten your legs as you stand, then it becomes almost like a squat row. Fine performance, Pishu.
Thank you. You did.
Yeah, do a few extra like that. It digs into the wrist a little bit, but the forearms and the grip muscles finally get a breather. 28 minutes down, now 29. We are, making pretty good time. Sounds about right. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I don't want to do chins. I don't want to do this either. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drums all day.
Watch me now, watch me now.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Catching breath for 2 seconds. Forearms are still a little smokes.
You know how like it's different like regional songs become popular? Like until you just sang that, if you had never heard that song and I said it one day, like I would have been like, oh, of course that was a regional like South Louisiana type of song. So to know that was a full like a nationwide hit is shocking to me.
Which it might not have been. I might have only heard it like, somebody could have thrown it on Facebook or something, and for all I know, it wasn't on the radio.
Oh yeah, you don't remember ever being?
I don't know where I encountered it.
Okay.
Or if it was in a movie, maybe, or a commercial.
And I remember as a kid hearing that song. I
Fun
think
tune.
played it on the radio.
I wonder who it is. Alexa, who sings I Don't Want to Work, I Just Want to Bang on the Drums All Day?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the song Bang the Drum All Day is sung by Todd Rundgren. Did that answer your question?
Okay. Yes! Okay.
Thanks for your feedback.
She's gotten a little better.
She's
She's all right. Yeah. I'm not.
she's selling her data.
I'm going to show you one wrong. See that? How I turned it into a row and I squatted it up? Don't do that. Stay in the squat. Stay bent. Stay woke, stay bent. Ugh. 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 Ugh.
Singing some Redbone over there.
Todd Rundgren. Ugh. So that was the thing, and now the next thing will be the back extensions again. We're gonna let Alice finish these.
What did you count yours?
No, same deal. I just went to failure.
Give me a number.
Uh,
I did.
20 total.
Okay.
So that's with or without the pause.
Okay, great.
Or I mean, that's including taking a pause and switching the grip. 1, 2.
You don't have to.
I wish they had. Well, I think they do. Devices that do count for you.
Called clocks.
I mean repetition. Microsoft had their Kinect, that game console, which the training world, or me at least, thought was going to revolutionize home training, because it could infrared, it could know exactly what your body's doing, and at the very least, it could count your reps, if not correct your form. I mean, I'm sure Google Home or something, like they've got a little mini cam that can do it for you by now. It's just a question of writing the software.
Well, they have a mirror.
There's mirror. Does that count your reps for
I
you?
think so.
Mirror, of the two, I like tonal better because it has those arms with apparently electromagnetic tension. How many reps is that?
24.
24, just what I asked for. With inflation, adjusted, gross. Okay, so as discussed, we're just gonna do one MOA set of these. For those just joining us, this is a back extension. Alice is gonna use the bar that's attached to the band. I'm gonna use the bands attached to the band. So we've slipped this band through that band. I'm gonna put it in the crook of the elbow. That's one of many ways you could rig this. You could even put it around your shoulders so your arms are just kind of steadying it. But remember, it's like you're going for high rep. This isn't like a max lift kind of deal. You're not doing 5 or 8. You're doing like 25 or something.